Yeah. Top of the motherfucking afternoon. Gutter man music. They gonna let people pull up. Some people probably at work right now. Some people probably still asleep. Somebody people hung up. Excuse me. Burp. Some people probably hung over. Some motherfuckers better grab their coffee. But grab your coffee, your mimosa, grab your drink, grab your blunt, your joint, your motherfucking backwood. Pull up. We gonna let people pull up. The jet skis on the lake. The life we want, huh? A lot of people don't know that. They not even tapping it. So you see the title? You see the title? The life you want and what's stopping you. The life you want and what's stopping you. And what's stopping you from the life you want. Huh? What's some things that you want? What's stopping you from getting it? It's the rat race of life, right? If you really peep game, it's the rat race of life that has a lot of people losing sight of the life they really want. It's the get up and clock in that have people lose sight of the life they really want. It's the mundane distractions that has you lose sight of the life you think you want. It's the unhealed traumas that has you lose sight of the life you really want. See, a lot of motherfuckers ain't sitting back to think on the life they really want. You're just going through life. A lot of people ain't taking these walks. A lot of people don't wake up and, hey, let me take a walk. Let me reflect on some shit. You have to make it make sense with yourself. And it's like, when you get on these social media platforms, you scrolling down, you see a motherfucker with the bag. She got the latest Chanel this. Sis body snatched up. He stay in a new Ferrari. Like, a lot of people get stressed and depressed because they ain't tapping in. Oh, my bad. Excuse me. They not tapping in. You know what I'm saying? When they see these things, it makes them look at their life. You know what I'm saying? But I would say it makes them look at their life in a negative way. Because now, they looking like, man, I ain't gonna never get to that level. And then, you know, that type of talk, you self-defeating. I ain't. We gotta take that out of our vocabulary. So, that I ain't, that I can't, stop putting them spells on yourself. Right? Go back on your Instagram. Go back on your Twitter. Redo your timeline. If you got a timeline that got you depressed, my nigga, then your timeline ain't in line with what you want. Because if you just following them, but all these people with a bag, and every time you scroll, if it ain't motivation to you, it's depressing you. See, if ain't none of that shit you scrolling down and it's not motivating you to go get up in your bag, right? Then it's doing the opposite. It's doing harm to the spirit. It's doing harm to the spiritual growth. You know what I'm trying to say? And so when you don't know what you want out of life, there's a lot of things stopping you. That's why I said, what do you what's stopping you? Now you gotta let me slow the car down. Let me slow the car right now. Because a lot of motherfuckers is moving around, right? But here's the thing. Y'all really got the gas. But you moving this motherfucker like you got all the gas in the world, right? You really don't have no gas. You really out of gas. And you really in the car going nowhere. Feel me? What does that mean? You really waking up going nowhere. You really waking up and not getting to it. You're really waking up and not seeing the play. The life you want. What's stopping you? It's you stopping you. See, when we entertain things that's not rewarding to your higher self, then there's no benefit on a higher conscious level to spirit, other than as you getting the lesson out of this mess, out of the chaotic situation. And a lot of times, if the life people be voting, right, it be people, look, you have to fall back in love with the regular things of life to even appreciate the higher quality parts of life. You know what I'm saying? But you can get back to appreciating, hey, you know what? I may not be up, but hey, I got my little best shot at that I made. This motherfucker shot at hitting different today. That's because you back to appreciating. If you was down to your last couple of dollars, but you had enough to get you a cheeseburger and a small fry, and that cheeseburger and that small fry might hit way different than if you went and blew, you know what I'm saying, went and ran it up at the steakhouse or something. But for some reason, that particular day, you went, you got the cheeseburger and the small fry, and it hit different. And you appreciate it. You like, damn, this motherfucker. Okay, it's a different day. You raise it. See? So we can't ever forget the part of to start appreciating. And then as we fall into that appreciation, right? And as we start part of that appreciation, able to fall back to reflect, able to be in the moment, to be present with self, with spirit. Then we start looking at the life we want. And then that's when we're, okay, this and this is stopping me from what I'm trying to, okay. Hmm. I stay going over here and here. That's not adding to my greater good or to the greater value of the play. That's what's stopping it. Hmm. I had bozo friends or such and such. I was entertaining. That's what's stopping the play. Or uh, I was tend to do foolish things with my financials. That's what was stopping the play. I didn't make the appropriate sacrifices. That's what's stopping me from the life I want. So as we raise up in that consciousness and that awareness, you would start placing value on the things that you need to place value on, right? And the more we do these things, right, it's those greater sacrifices start becoming easier to do. I mean, a lot of times it be financial sacrifices that people need to make on certain situations just to even elevate in where they're going. You have people that they gotta go, you know what, this year I'm getting my credit fixed. And so let's say that first 6 months of the year, you was actually working on repairing credit and you probably applied for a few credit cards and, ran up the credit in a good way, ran it up. What I mean, you know what I'm saying? Staying on track, you know what I'm saying? Paying your shit on time. Feel me? So that it looks good to these creditors. Yeah, feel me? You got people that right now it's like, you know what, I'm tired of this landlord. I've been renting this same space for 5 years. And they finally made a play to move. So they finally started putting that vision together because now they're seeing the life they really want. And then they say, this is what's stopping me. I wasn't creating short term and long term goals for oneself. Hmm. Tap in. Okay. The life you want and what's stopping you. I think a lot of y'all, you tapping in with this one. Ask yourself what is stopping you. And I think that's a very important question in this timeline because as the shit get more chaotic and hectic, you're gonna want to be in tune with awareness. You're gonna want to be really in tune with one's higher self. With them downloads from the ancestral realm, from that. You feel me? Like you're gonna want to be in tune. And a good thing is staying present with self. Look at the messages that's getting played to you throughout the day on a higher vibrational understanding level. Feel me? Understand it inside of you. You know what I'm saying? Understand it. Understand what's going on. Because once again, the life you want and what's stopping you. You ain't gonna be able to get past that part and get to like you motherfuckers want to skip levels. Nah, nigga, ninja my bad because I know you too. You feel me though? You motherfuckers want to skip levels. No, what's hindering the growth? What's hindering the bag? What's the life you want? See, a lot of people for the sake of not being 100 with themselves is in the facade of a life they want. That's not the real life they want. They ain't even got in tune with spirit. Spirit don't want that fake life you talking about. And right now you probably living fake because that's not part of the life you even want or even close to it. Because for simple fact of ignoring spirit. Some of us we deliberately ignore the signs and we'll just pop, 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 pop. The spirit be trying to show you, look, do it like this and you can get this. Sacrifice this so you can make this happen. And these are the things that can propel us though, right? And some people just be, hey, I want to be better off financially. And it can be as little as putting X amount up every check. Start, like they do recommend putting up 10% of your earnings each check. Like they recommend putting up 10% of your earnings each check. But I look at it like shit. Doing that is cool. Look at the benefits. For somebody who says, you know what, I want to be more financially more in a financially comfortable place. Some people have became more complacent and stagnant with energy. The life you want will stop you. Some people it's just stagnant energy. For some people it's like they're that you can be this close, but you got some roadblocks. You got to clear out some energy. So a lot of that time you got to clear it out. I mean, you got to go. What's going on? What can't do? Oh, maybe I got to start back working out. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. A trauma got to get healed. I got to be more transparent. Go talk to people. Get some healing. Seek out some answers to some shit like stop running from spirit. You don't have to run from spirit at all. Tap in with it. You feel me? Like you don't have to run from it. Tap in with it. You feel me? Like on the real. Make it make sense. Like and when you don't want and when you stop running from spirit, you can start making shit make sense. The life you want and what's stopping you. And there's people that know what's stopping them and just still ain't did shit about it. So don't get me wrong. There's some people that do know what's stopping the bag, the play. You know what I'm saying? What's stopping elevation? What's stopping your elevation? I was about to say the wrong word. I sometimes I get tongue tied on words and shit myself. I apologize. What's this? Okay. No. We cool. We cool. I don't know. That was some bullshit, but we good. I was trying to see something real quick. Oh, peep game. Look at that. Kind of like that though. But we're gonna take that out. So yeah. But yeah, people gotta understand this shit. If you really peep game, you're gonna start to see The dominoes fall right in place. Because now you honing in on your goals and from a thought and really and a real vision. Sometimes we have to get the thought right. It starts with the thought, but then we seriously, like you gonna seriously vision it, like you see it, and then bam, let's jot it down. Today, like there's nothing wrong. Keep track of your goals. Keep track of your, like when they say like journal, like write down, like today this transpired, but it transpired. But guess what happened? And the greater good of the play, whoop, I'm this close, or I got this number on this network, or I got 5 new subscribers to my channel today. Like these, that helps you to stay in line with your short term goals and your long term goals. But it's all on your vision. So the vision, and that's in my ooh, in my opinion, a fast track to your manifestation of your higher self and the things you want to attain in life and what you want to do. Like I remember I said this in one of my other lives. Like I realize I'm in a point of life like I'm not comfortable with just existing around this motherfucker. Like I want to do more than just exist. And I, I'm gonna speak for the masses. Fuck that. I'm gonna speak for the masses. Man, I know it's a lot of people that's starting to realize they're not just comfortable with existence. Like this and bullshit. I'm just waking up and going to work, come home. Like this is some bullshit. This ain't all the ends all. So right? I know I ain't the only one that. And yeah, just having that type of thought, that right there spark different perspectives, different ways of looking at this shit. Then, because once I sparked that in my brain, all right, bam, thinking some other shit now. Thinking a little different, moving a little different. Because now I'm like, shit, you know what? I'm really not. That's crazy. I'm really not this comfortable with existing. Like, damn, that's all a nigga doing. Like, so if a nigga ain't got some purpose and passion about yourself, like you in a way you just existing around this motherfucker. That's crazy though. Just when you think like, damn, without no purpose and no passion, like damn, a nigga just existing. That's crazy, right? It's crazy, right? But it is what it is. It's like it's what you gonna do? How you gonna get it? How you gonna go about going to get it? The life you want and what's stopping you? It be it be yourself stopping yourself. Motherfucker shortstop the download in their brain to do some weird shit. Or sometimes people come and be like, distract you from you. You like, hold on, I just got. But you would have to. That's why I like living in the present, like being present with spirit, because you can catch yourself. Oh shit, hold on, nigga slacking. Oh shit, I was about to get distracted, or you might have been on the road or something and got a phone call. And not tapping in, yo, you forget. Me, I'm gonna be like, hold on, man, I'm busy right now. Let me call you because I don't want to get distracted. Like if I'm going on and I'm going live and I'm going hard in the paint, I can't. Let me answer the phone call. Like you gonna distract the message, like. How somebody interrupt you and then you lose train of thought where you was at. Like, man, what was I about to say? What else was about to do? You got distracted. You feel me? Life you want, what's stopping you? So basically, in this live, I wanted to touch on that. I wanted to spark that question in you guys' brain. I wanted to make sure that y'all marinating on that because it's life. It's a life out here, and I wanted to change the narrative so people can start thinking positive. You can't have it your way. You can't have it your way. Like Burger King around this motherfucker. You can't. How much work you gonna put into have it your way? What are some things you're gonna sacrifice in your life to have it your way? And what's stopping you from having it your way? The life you want and what's stopping you. So when you come across this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow my channel. Hit the bell and notification button. And engage in the comment section. Tell me What's the life you want? What's stopping you?